Hello, folks, and welcome back to Transportation Tycoon. We are on Chapter 6, and Chapter 6 obviously means we get something new. In this case, we're getting trains. We have cargo and passenger trains that we can go through and deal with. We're going to really quickly go through and build out all this. The timeline on this took me about 28 minutes to complete, but I'm going to go through real quick and speed up all this. If you take a look at the trains, you don't get them. You have to buy a contract to be able to even purchase them, and they're $200,000 a piece. So if you want to build cargo trains or the other ones, you need to spend $400,000 total to get both of them ready to set up. If we take a look here, my only goal is to accumulate $1 million, which is not too big of a deal in this game, and then to purchase 5 passenger trains. We don't get to see how expensive the passenger trains are right now because we didn't purchase the contracts to be able to even buy the trains. So we got to wait some time before we can go through and actually get them set up. And all I'm doing right now is establishing a whole transportation network ready to go. I wish this game saved your progress from before because this is unnecessary. I'm just doing what I did before. Again, I wish I could just kind of continue from where I left off, but whatevs, it's fine. We're at the point now where we can go through and purchase a train. So you have two choices. You can purchase a cargo train or you can purchase a passenger train. I'm going to go with passenger since my goal here is to purchase 5 passenger trains. And once I've done that, I'm going to determine kind of where I want to be. There's lots of options, but not all the towns are going to connect with all the other places, and rail networks are not all going to connect with each other. We have our first one here from the west coast of France over towards the interior with Le Mans. And we'll go through and do that. But first, we got to deal with our bus drivers not being too happy. So we're going to get this set up and ready to go. We're going to purchase our first train. But first, we must purchase a depot to make sure we're good. Depots are double the value of a kind of a road one for the buses and trucks. It's $50,000. So we've connected our trains. We've gone through and done that. And we have our first train going. There's a number of upgrades we can make. We can make sure it has more durability, speed, and also increase the capacity by 40. So these things are able to carry a lot more people than buses. They're also significantly more expensive at $300,000 a pop. But hopefully they'll pay off really quickly here. And yeah, they do. So we're going to speed the game back up here so we can go back through and look at this. And then we're going to purchase our first cargo train, get that network set up. Nothing all that exciting here, but really all we're doing is taking all of the networks and connecting them and kind of just trying to build out as much as we can. The nice thing about this is just trying to generate as much money as you can. And just a heads up, because bus drivers are one thing, train operators are a different thing. So there are contracts with both of them. You just need to make sure you deal with both of them at the same time. In this particular game, I did not have any problems with the train operators. It's just the bus people kept coming back and asking for more money. And this is when I ran into my first problem. I had a train that was broken down, and I'm not sure why this happened because it should just be able to go to a depot. There's a depot relatively close, but I did not assign a manager. So there's managers for your road vehicles as well as your rail and probably for your air. So I had to go through and reestablish that to make sure that all of my trains go to the repair station when they're supposed to, and then it was just a matter of going through and connecting them all back together to make sure we got to our goal. We already have our 5 trains purchased. Now we're just needing to make $1 million, and we should accomplish that shortly. Now I'm going to slow time down here real quick just so we can watch as the last $1 million made, and there we go. We've completed it, number 97 on a leaderboard, and just taking a look at the graphs here, you can see that our total cash really kind of went crazy. The trains correspond with the cash. So right around 26 months is when I purchased my first train, and you can see that our net worth, our profits, our income, everything went crazy as soon as we got trains. So trains are a real moneymaker as long as you're using them efficiently, and I'm looking forward to the next steps here.